Welcome to Race Control. We're in Alicante, Spain at the Volvo Ocean Race headquarters. It's like 5 day 14. So Mark, where is the fleet today?
Oh, well, Jenny, darling. The fleet just exited the Southern Ocean and they're heading on to the North Pole.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Shall we take a look at the tracker?
Yes, we do love a good tracker here.
At the opposite end of the Earth, having rounded Cape Horn, the fleet are into the squally Atlantic Ocean, headed towards Itajaí. The past 24 hours, positions have remained unchanged, with Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing maintaining a 7-mile lead over Team Avimetrica. Montfray holds third, while Team Brunel has fought off a giant squid to keep fourth. You can read about that in their blog today, but for now, let's hear from the teams about their route to Itajaí.
Well, just over 24 hours since we rounded Cape Horn, and we've been reaching fast, very fast, north-northeast. I mean, we've gone well, we've gone very well in the last 24. We've overtaken Avimetrica, we've got them 8 miles behind us, and I think we're 20 ahead of Montfray and 30 ahead of Brunel, but it'll compress a bit as we start to go upwind here, so I expect them to come into the back of us a little bit. And I think the emphasis now is on trying to ride out what's going to be a very windy and bumpy section. If we can just get through the next 36, 48 hours, then we should have a straight shot at Itajaí.
It's a funny coastline. There's history where boats that have been well back have made major recoveries on this coast when the breeze gets light. So, you know, it's not over till the finish.
It's going to be rough going soon for the fleet, but for now, Dongfeng race team has made it to shore in Ushuaia and has made a tough decision.
Well, we decided to retire from the leg. Considering the weather, it's impossible to be ready for the next leg and finish the race. That means to finish the race, that means we have to go back to Cape Horn and with a jury rig, which is we can't use a big sail, so we'll be very slow. So if we want to be ready, we have to leave as soon as possible Ushuaia, go straight to Itajaí, use the engine and the small sails we can use. So that's a challenge against time. We need to be at least, I think, 1 week before the start of the leg to be ready to take the start of the new leg. So yeah, that's a challenge against time. We are 2,000 miles from Itajaí. We need about, for me, 10 to 12 days. So it's a very, we are running after time. If we decide to finish the leg, 5, we will be last for sure, so it will take 6 points. If we retire from the leg, we take 8 points. It's only 2 points of difference, which is a big difference when you considering the general ranking now, but if we do that, we are not sure to be ready for the next leg, and we will lose against 7 or 8 points if we don't do the next leg. So yeah, so we are going to focus to be 100% performance on the next leg. This is our goal, and I'm sure this is a good choice.
Tough choice, but I think the only choice they could make. The women on board Team SCA have had a monumental day, rounding Cape Horn live with Sky Sports News, and we caught up afterwards with Team SCA skipper Sam Davies.
Yeah, well, it's a big relief to get round Cape Horn, which seemed to have been getting further and further away from us over the last week. It's been pretty tough with the breakages and then electronic problems we had, and just generally, I think the first time for us as a team down here. So yeah, it's a moment we've looked forward to. We've just put a wreath in the water at Cape Horn in memory of Magnus Olsen, our coach. So we've just waved goodbye to him. Hope he's watching and proud. And now, it's going to be pretty windy up ahead of us, and everyone's pretty tired, cold. So we're still looking after each other and looking after the boat to get through the next 48 hours. It's not going to be anything we haven't already seen on this leg, so we're quite well practiced. And I think the fact that we know we've got just another couple of days of tough stuff, and then it really will start warming up, will keep everyone going.
And the Southern Ocean hasn't been easy for anyone, but it's been particularly hard on you guys with broken instruments, broken sails, and then even light wind at the end. Can you talk us through the biggest battles that you had so far?
I think, yeah, we've had lots of different battles. Obviously, we had quite a big Chinese dive, which was a wipeout caused by, and then we broke our fractional sail, which is the sail we need in the Southern Ocean. And I think the fact we didn't have that sail then kind of let us down for the rest of the time. But I think it was quite a good team building exercise, and yeah, sometimes you do have to find your limits that way, and that's how you get better and better and stronger and stronger. And I don't think anyone regrets what happened. It's all part of our learning experience on Team SCA. So that was a pretty tough moment, I think, for all of us, and made us realise that our boat and our sails are not indestructible. So maybe we took a bit more care for a couple of days after that, before we got back into sailing the boat properly. And yeah, for sure, in the middle of the night, in the dark, and it took pretty much probably 16 hours of fault finding to get that back up and running, in which time we was having 40 knots snow squalls. It was not easy conditions to sail the boat in anyway, so with no instruments at all was pretty tough for the girls, so that was quite hard as well. And I think generally just the relentless conditions, there's a whole load of things that we're happy to leave behind, but I think at the same time it will leave massive memories for us, and it's a great experience, and I think for sure we'll be stronger as a team going forward into leg 6. And there's some girls who are saying, as we go around Cape Horn today, there are some girls saying, well, that's my first and last time. But I reckon by the time we get to Italy, they'll have forgotten that, and they'll say they're going again.
Well, fair enough. And as you said, for many of your team, it is their first time around Cape Horn and in the Southern Ocean. How do you feel like you guys have performed?
I'm really happy with how the team's performed. Yeah, we're a mixture of people who've been here before, but not necessarily been here in this kind of boat, in this kind of, and this really is different, this Volvo Ocean Race with the one design boats. So I think we're all, even those of us who've been in the Southern Ocean before, we're in new territory ourselves as well. And so yeah, as a team we're learning this together, and I think those of us who've been here before, we're bringing a bit of our experience and how to survive down here, and then the girls who haven't, they're bringing their racing experience and helping push the boat as hard as we can. So everyone's stepped up really well, and we've managed to keep sailing the boat as we know how to.
Exactly. Okay, well, we'll let you go back to the racing. The very last question, it sounds like it's getting windier even as we speak to you. What are you expecting over the next 48 hours? Right now there's only 25 knots. That's nothing. We're expecting up to twice that much, up to 50 knots in the next 12 hours. So we'll see if that materialises. We're kind of set up to look after the boat and ourselves through this windy section and get safely into the Atlantic properly. Well,
we quite like to have the throw up right now, but we don't have it.
Hope you get some good rest. I'm sure it's been a long, tough trip around the Horn.
Thanks, Jenny.
Cheers, Sam. Plenty of squalls and breeze on for the next 48 hours for the fleet, then a couple of light patches that they have to maneuver around towards Italy. We're expecting the finishes still on Sunday, but we'll let you know more tomorrow. Fingers crossed for safe sailing overnight, and we'll see you then.